Welcome to Endless Dungeon. Wait, don't leave yet! Look, we have infinite bugs and a robot thick enough to attract mobs into a gravitational pull. Alright, now that I've got my hooks in the DRG stands, let's sterilize this space station. Endless Dungeon is the latest addition to the Endless Universe, hence the TM in the middle of the title. The Endless Universe is rich with complex lore that spans millennia, so we're gonna crack open a book and read absolutely none of it! We came here to erase things one molecule at a time, not read!
It's almost as if you've branded yourself as a maniac and a threat to society.
What do you mean? I am not a threat to society. I wasn't going to commit genocide, alright? I was going to commit serial nose-breaking. There is a difference, okay? Since I've made it expressly clear that we're on the extermination path, and this game is hot off the presses, so someone's gonna have to teach you how to play, I should actually talk about the gameplay itself. Endless Dungeon finds itself at a weird crossroads of roguelite, dungeon crawl, and tower defense all wrapped into one.
Don't worry, I'll hold off the map for you.
Roguelite is the easiest to explain, and I coincidentally listed it first in the previous sentence, so that's a good place to start. Every part of your run is randomized, or at least most of them. The flavor of enemies, weapons, and turrets you can find is shuffled every run, so you can find a gun that's good against robots, have only flesh monsters spawn, and all while in the bug-themed zone. Additionally, the layout of the rooms is random, and you can buy some pre-run loot using the literal garbage you've collected in previous lives. The game is a dungeon crawl because of those aforementioned rooms. Wow, what a great room. Not only can a door be the difference between ruin and riches, but every door you open grants resources that can be used in a number of things. Just make sure you're smart about which doors you open and when, because one wrong move can ruin literally everything!
Wow. No, I fucked up big time, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I was so happy, and now...
You can spend the materials on stuff such as capitalism, steroids, mid-mission weapons development, money printing, and turret construction. I mentioned that one last because we're now going to talk about tower defense. In order to protect this stupid rock muncher, you're going to want to put yourself between them and the countless horrors of the space station. Aiding you with this are the many sentries you can research. Short-ranged AoE, long-ranged laser guns, buffs, debuffs, and all of them can be upgraded. If a turret does their designated job well enough, you can punch them so hard that they ascend to the next level. It's him. Oh, well... He saw me, took a step forward, and two double-barrel flamethrowers just erased him. The turrets fully heal after clearing a wave, but these magical fists of yours can also repair them if need be. Supplementing your experience is the guns themselves, not the automated ones, but the ones that you have to manage yourself. For the most part, these weapons seem to follow a simple pattern of mixing a style of gun with an element, like a fire machine gun or...
What the hell?
Whoa, that's amazing! Like I said, simple stuff. As of writing this, there are only two types of weapon in the game, pistol and heavy. This is important to keep in mind because the characters can only use the type of gun they think is cooler. While on the topic of firearms, I should mention the element weaknesses. There are currently 4 types of baddos in the game: bugs, bots, blobs, and blurs. That last one wasn't in the closed beta and I can't find any pictures of them, so that's cool. Each enemy type has an element they think is inconsequential and one that will cancel their life subscription so fast that they won't receive a confirmation email. Fire burns through bugs like they're made of kindling but can't properly incinerate whatever semi-corporeal forms blurs have. Electricity fries the circuits of machines but is absorbed by the rubbery flesh of mobile meat piles. Acid boils down blobs to their namesake while also providing a way to get around these hard-headed bastards but can't get through the tough carapace of insects. And light can disintegrate blurs by using the radiation edition of the Luigi's Mansion vacuum but can't grant cancer to the inorganic forms of robots. Wielding these weapons are an assortment of, we'll say, eccentric characters. Zedoe Kovlava, or Zed, is the professional rock enjoyer of the group. Oh, she also carries a 150-kilogram machine gun that fires $200 custom-tooled cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. Despite the heavy reference, she is the farthest thing from tanky. Some of her upgrades even reduce her HP just so that she can dish out more deeps. Unlike her best friend Bunker 1_14NN1841 Shield version 06.08. This walking bullet magnet has a health pool about as wide as her hips and enough defense upgrades to allow your team to completely ignore you.
I'm dead.
Nah, I tanked this.
Aging.
I just live these, don't worry about it. Your job is to stand in the most inconvenient spot for oncoming aggressors, either blocking doorways with your sheer amount of volume or standing directly on top of the crystal bot and distracting baddos with your thick titanium thighs. Oh, and while you're sizing up Bunker's buttresses, don't look too closely at her legs. Bunker has little hands on her feet. She's got thumbs!
What am I looking at?
Nis Adur, also known as Shroom, is a resident monster. I mean medic. Former Undertaker turned tree hugger, she harvests the souls of fallen foes and uses them to patch up her team. And don't worry all of you who are on a diet restriction, these healing remedies are apparently vegan.
How is the death of my enemies shoved into a can vegan?
Wait, hold on. Since Shroom's damage is low and her speed is high, she'll be zipping around the map to mark objectives for the Crystal Bot before returning to her team to sew back on whatever limbs were lost in her absence, mainly Zed's. Last on our list of closed beta characters is Blaze, or 30 Finger Clem. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. What? Even if we count his bird feet like a bunch of lunatics, that still puts us at 28 fingers. Anyway, I could talk about his obsession with eating everything or unhealthy infatuation with bombs, but the beta was obliterated before I could get footage of him, so instead you get to listen to his absolutely amazing voice.
Smells bad in here. And it's gonna get worse.
By God. And there you have it, a brief introduction to Endless TM Dungeon and the characters from the closed beta. Since finding info on the characters is next to impossible right now, I'll make a more in-depth video once the game is released and I can do some real research. Subscribe and bell to be notified of that, and join my Discord to observe my insomnia in real time. We have stupid color names, daily frog posts, and too many Deep Rock memes. Anyway, NG Part 2 is next, so I'll see you when the swarm hits.